My Class Progress makes data-driven instruction and blended learning easy for all subjects. Students log into My Class Progress at the beginning of class and instantly see what their customized assignments are. You no longer have to spend the first 10 or 15 minutes of class trying to get kids or groups on task. Students can see their progress for each of their standards, what they're almost there on, what they're struggling with, and what they have mastered. They can click on any of those standards to go to their data folder for that standard, where they can set goals, see what types of questions they got right and which ones they missed, reflect on why they missed the questions that they did, and even give you custom feedback about what they thought was easy and what they found difficult. They're also giving a customized checklist of things that they can work on to get better at that specific standard, giving students control over the pace and the direction of their own learning. You as the teacher are able to see an overview of your students' data folders at a glance to help you prepare your future instruction.
Before I started using My Class Progress, I wanted to be able to differentiate every day, but it was hard to keep up with what each kid needed to be working on. After I started using My Class Progress, it helped reduce the workload from day to day and helped make it easier for each kid to be specifically working on the skills that they needed to be improving on.
Once I take a quiz, I can instantly see what type of questions I got right and which ones I missed. I can set goals for myself, see what I can do to get better, and I can even look up vocabulary words I didn't understand on the test, so I'm ready next time.
After you have assigned an assessment to a class, you can quickly sort the results, see what questions each student got right and wrong, see an overview of how they did on each of the skills, and filter the results by proficiency level. After you've selected a group of students, let's say everyone that was below basic on the test, with one click you can assign work to just those students. You could give them practice to learn the material, or you could assign a redo over the quiz after you've worked with them in small groups or had them practice on a laptop. Every time you assign a student a quiz, it's going to randomly generate a new quiz for you, so you don't have to manually go in and select the questions each time.
Now that I use My Class Progress, I have found that my life is much simpler when it comes to keeping up with all of the assessments that I give my students.
My Class Progress has completely reinvented the idea of a gradebook for the needs of the 21st century teacher. Gone are the days of having to dig through tables and rows to try and figure out what each student should be working on. Instead, for each student, My Class Progress pushes forward the most important information. You'll start by seeing the standards that a student's almost there on. With a little bit more work, they'll have it mastered. Next, you'll see the standards that a student's really struggling with. And lastly, you'll see the standards that a student already has mastered. This way, the most important information is always right at your fingertips. My Class Progress, with one click, will also assign work to each student based on those priority standards. So you can see now every student has practice and learning modules assigned to them based on what they need help with. Lastly, My Class Progress is able to go through and make small group suggestions by standard based on information suggesting which students will benefit the most from small groups. This way, you don't have to spend any time at all digging through data. Instead, you can just focus on being the great teacher that you are.